is a great little packet effect from many years ago. It's called Harmony of the Mind, and it uses this that to you and I looks just like a decorative envelope. In fact, it's an inner sanctum, and things strange can happen within the inner sanctum. Inside this sanctum, which is empty by the way, are a small packet of cards. In fact, these card faces can be examined as much as you like. They are just regular extrasensory perception cards. And as some of you may have perceived, that there's two identical sets. Okay. And the reason being is that 5 of these cards are for the spectator. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. 5 cards for the spectator, and what I'm going to get the spectator to do is to not to touch them, physically choose a card, but to mentally run their eyes backwards and forwards over these cards and think of any one of those, but don't tell me which card they're thinking of. However, mine's going to be slightly different because I've got an identical set to yours, card for card, like for like, but I'm actually going to make a physical selection. So my cards I'm going to shuffle up, and I'm actually going to remove 1 card and 1 card only. 4 remain. I'm going to isolate this into the inner sanctum. That's all I do. I isolate it. That leaves the spectator's cards on the table. Now they have made a selection, a mental selection. I'm going to isolate their 5 cards into the inner sanctum as well. Now this is the great thing about this particular trick. They've made a selection before the cards went in. However, and you never get this in magic often, but they can now change their mind if they like. Once they're isolated, nobody can get at the cards, but they can actually change their mind any time throughout the routine. So you ask them, do you want to change your mind? Now let's say that they chose the circle card. You'll have to believe me, it's an absolute free choice. They really can have any one of their 5 cards. What I'm going to do is to remove the 5 cards of theirs and just put them on the table here one at a time. And as you remove them, you ask them, is that the one you're mentally thinking of? Now if that was, they could change their mind now if they want to try and trick me up. But as I pull out the cards and they say, that's the card that I've chosen. Okay, that's the card you've chosen. The circle. We'll remove your other 3 cards. That's the cross, the star, and that leaves with the wavy lines. Okay, so there's your cards just here. Let's just get rid of those. We don't need those. There's 1 card and 1 card only in this inner sanctum. You mentally selected the circle. I placed mine physically inside this sanctum before you even thought of your card. I'm going to do this at fingertips because this is incredible. My physical selection was the circle, and there's nothing else in the sanctum. There are only 10 cards. The cards can be examined if you wish, and there is the perfect harmony of minds.